My sweet little angel exposed her cheating father. I asked him once, real calm, who keeps making you smile like that? He didn't even look up from his phone. Nobody. Relax. My 9-year-old Ruby did look up. She said, that's bullshit. Kyle snapped at her. Watch your mouth. She rolled her eyes. Watch your lies. I told her to go to her room. She went, but she didn't forget. Ruby doesn't forget anything. A few nights later, Kyle said he was running to the store, took his phone, took his keys, took his stupid cologne that he never wore for me anymore. Ruby was on the couch playing some loud game, volume all the way up. She paused it. She said, he's going to see that woman. I laughed. I hate myself for that. I laughed like moms do when they don't want to open a door they already know leads somewhere bad. Ruby, stop, I said. You don't know that. She snorted. I know, I'm not dumb. I asked her why she thought that. She said, because when people lie, they act lighter, like they drop something heavy. And Dad's been floating for weeks. That should have been the moment I listened. Instead, I told her to mind her business. So she did the opposite. 2 days later, Ruby asked Kyle if she could go with him to help pick snacks. He said yes because he never thinks ahead, because he thinks kids are stupid. They left. I stayed home folding laundry, trying not to cry over socks like a woman losing her grip. 40 minutes passed, then my phone buzzed. A text from Kyle's number. It said, Mom, don't freak out, but Dad's a cheating asshole. I couldn't breathe. Then another message. A picture. Kyle's car, parked outside a little cafe I'd never been to. Another picture. Kyle sitting across from a woman, blonde, hand on his arm, smiling like she'd won something. Then a voice memo. Ruby's voice. Calm, almost bored. Yeah, so I followed him inside. I sat at the counter. He didn't even notice me. Too busy being fake. He told her he was basically divorced. I almost flipped the table. My hands were shaking so hard I dropped my phone. I called straight to voicemail. Then the front door slammed. Kyle came in sweating. Ruby behind him, arms crossed, jaw tight. I screamed. I didn't even say words, just sound. Raw. Animal. What the f is this? I yelled, waving my phone. Kyle started talking fast. It's not. She's exaggerating. Ruby shouldn't have. Ruby cut him off. No, shut up. You don't get to talk right now. Kyle snapped. Don't speak to me like that. She stepped closer to him, 9 years old, shaking with anger, and said, you lied to my mom. You lied to me. You're a p-. I gasped. Kyle looked like he'd been slapped. I yelled her name. Ruby. She didn't look at me. She looked at him. You know what hurts? She said. Not the cheating. It's acting like we're stupid. Like we don't notice mom crying in the shower. Like we don't see you smiling at your phone, then acting dead inside with us. Kyle tried to reach for her. She backed away. Don't touch me, she said. You're gross. The room felt like it was collapsing inward. Kyle turned to me. I'm sorry. It was a mistake. Ruby laughed. A sharp, ugly laugh. Yeah, she said. So was marrying you. I sank onto the couch. Kyle kept talking, apologizing, explaining, minimizing, the whole cheater script. Ruby walked to the kitchen, grabbed a soda, popped it open like this was just another Tuesday. Then she said something that shattered me. She said, Mom, I didn't follow him because I was curious. I followed him because I wanted proof. So you'd stop doubting yourself. I covered my face because she was right. I had been doubting myself for months. Kyle barked, you will respect your father. Ruby laughed once, short, ugly. Respect is for dads, not for men who betray their families with bit. I whispered, Ruby, language. She looked at me then. Finally, her voice cracked. I'm sorry, Mom. I don't know how to say it nice. I stood up, walked to her, held her face. You don't have to say it nice, I said. You just have to say it true. Kyle left that night, not dramatically. No suitcase, just keys, just silence. Like a coward slipping out of his own life. Ruby slept in my bed, curled up like she was 6 again. At 2 a.m., she whispered, I'm not a bad kid, right? I kissed her forehead. No, you're just honest in a world full of liars. Then she sniffed. Don't cry over a man who couldn't even lie well. That's embarrassing.